Sent his mom to Vermont to live with her mother because I was really just running from. I was too young to have a child. I couldn't see myself with a kid. And I didn't meet Junior until he was like 5 weeks old. And I went there.
Struggle was real.
Yeah, I went to Vermont to visit him.
You know who taught me to hold my neck up? Yeah. Me.
Yeah, but I didn't meet him until like the 5th week. And I remember driving up to the house and I heard him crying outside of the house in Vermont. And I go in, he's screaming, and Lisa, his mom, she doesn't know what to do. Her hair is all frazzled. And I say, here, give him to me. And I hold him, and he instantly stops crying. And I'm just holding him and humming, and he's just looking up at me. And that was the moment that I realized I gotta be a man for this guy. I gotta grow up.
This right here is the reason why the Black community will forever be in shambles. Because of the grace we continuously show Black men for doing the bare minimum. Because all I saw in the comments was, oh, that's so beautiful, a Black father. There's nothing like a Black father showing up. And I'm like, excuse me? Did y'all not hear the point where he said that he sent the mother of his child away to live with her mother because he could not see himself as a dad because he was too young? Huh? Since he sent her away, that indicates that she probably had the child without him present, since he already said that he hadn't seen him. When he was 5 weeks, it was the first time seeing him. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is this, is that if you think that you're too young to have a child, why don't you think that she's too young to be a mother? Why do you think that she has to take all of the burden on her? And my thing is that if you're too young, you don't think that she's too young to sit there and have a child without the father of that child present there with her? This man just literally said that he didn't show up for 5 weeks. He mentioned that her hair was frazzled. So that means that she was probably postpartum, probably stressed the heck out. But oh no, he came and he sung a song and he saved the day. Like what? I was so disgusted by what he said. And I was even more disgusted by the fact that no one challenged what he said. They just romanticized it. And this is no shade. Because I've always liked Damon Wayans. I've always thought that he was very funny. You know, I've always loved the sitcom My Wife and Kids. Genuinely one of the funniest shows that I've ever seen, because I literally would crack up laughing to a lot in that show. And it's really hard to make me laugh. And really, one of the top 2 shows that really used to really crack me up were My Wife and Kids and the Wayans brothers. So, you know, I'm not even in a position to where I'm trying to shade, but I have to call a spade a spade. This is insanity. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really disgusted because we always give Black men props for doing the barest of the bare minimum. You know, Damon Wayans sat there and said that he could not wrap his mind around being a father. He said he thought he was just too young. But why didn't anyone ever tell this man, well, if you don't want to be a father, don't have sex. Keep your legs closed. If you don't want to be a father, don't be shooting up the club and giving your man milk to women. No, nobody told him that, because nobody requires sexual discipline from Black men. No one requires them to be discerning in who they choose to make a mother. No, why? Because the responsibility of parenthood is always on the Black woman. It's always put on her in the Black community. And that is the reason why it is so easy for Black men to walk away. Because the responsibility for everything lies on the Black woman. Anything bad, Black woman's fault. Black men's behavior, their actions, the state of the community, anything. What somebody had to have for lunch, if they got the bubble guts, it all is on Black women. It's Black women's fault. It's right on their shoulders. And it's very, very, very exhausting to have a community where Black women are shamed or aggressively encouraged to give up their autonomy to Black men, i.e. being submissive, do what a man says, do what the Black man says, shut up, don't be combative. But then y'all want Black women to do that. But then y'all also want Black women to shoulder the blame and handle all of the responsibility for everything, though. It doesn't make any sense. And it happens to so many black mothers. They get pregnant and, it's all on them. It's like they're the only one that had the child. The black man walks away and acts like it's only the black woman's burden because she has to carry the child. He acts like he can opt out or he can come around when he feels like it and when he's ready to be a dad. I'm just saying that we have got to stop acting like a black man acting with normal human decency is something to be praised. You don't get praised because you decided to show up and be a daddy. That's what you should have did. And then the fact that you showed up to be a daddy on your own time, you don't get no praise for that. Matter of fact, you should be shamed because you left the woman alone to have your child when you knew that you participated in the act just like she did. A baby takes two people to make. And in the black community, for some reason, we always act like it is one. Oh, these women need to close their legs. How about the men need to close their legs? How come we don't ever give men that type of counsel? Is it because that men act like they don't have it in them to be celibate or abstinent or be disciplined? Or is it socialization? I feel like that's what it is. And we allow men to literally just put the whole responsibility of parenthood onto women. And I just can't understand, in what world is that masculine to hide behind a woman for your behavior, putting all of it onto the woman? It's just really insane. And, the black community has a very, 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 very big problem. We continually coddle the men, and then we are so harsh on black women. And then we wonder why we perceive black women to be so-called independent or masculine. And I don't even believe in masculinity and what they say about black women, like black women are masculine and all that. That's just a stupid ideology, but I'm just using it for because that's what people generally say. But I think that they consider us just going out and handling business something else. But I wish that they would understand that black women do that because that is what black women are expected to do. Nobody's going to give a black woman anything. She has to do it herself. And my thing is that a lot of people still question why black men are in a state of arrested development. They have the lowest numbers, the lowest stats compared to any other race of male. Education, employment, they act like they don't understand. But I really wonder, when will we really see that this coddling, enabling, pacifying, grace giving, black male worship, when will we see that that is literally contributing to the continued destruction of the black man? Seriously, not to get too Dr. Umar on y'all, but I take care of my kids. So, I'm not Dr. Umar. No tea, no shade. But, I'm just saying, like, that really is destroying black men. And I think that it's, when we talk about it, black men get so touchy, but it's something that needs to be talked about. Because if you ever see black men, right, that are high performers, black men that are successful, black men who have good character, and I've been around black men that are all of those things. Something that I've always noticed that they have in common, even if they're different types of men, I've always noticed that those type of black men were not coddled. They were held accountable by their mothers and by their fathers, and that's why their outcomes are positive. And if they came from a single mother, they didn't have those type of single mothers that coddle their sons and are rude to their daughters. They had the mothers that said, hey, son, no, you're not going to do her like that. You're not going to treat that woman that way. You're going to grow up and be a good man. You're not going to do this and the third. You're going to go to school. You're going to do it. And they are really just as hard on their sons as they are on their daughters. And I think that we've got to understand that the same treatment you give black women, you need to give black men, and maybe they would be able to do better. But that's just food for thought. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, like I said, you've got to equate somehow that the black men that are held accountable, the black men that are not coddled, why are their outcomes positive? Anyway, I'm just saying, like, that is really just food for thought for y'all. I'm probably repeating myself. I just really think about it. But I'm sure nobody cares at this point. But I'm just saying. But anyway, I digress. If you watch this whole video, please do your girl a favor and drop a $99 down below in the comments. And if you couldn't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. I know times are hard out here, so do your girl a free favor. It will cost you nothing. It's for the free. Follow your girl on TikTok. I do live stream there. Follow me on YouTube. Hit that notification bell and that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. And as always, ladies, I really love to hear from y'all. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.